Hello everyone, I am here today for Bring It On Books for November. It's a little segment where I talk about the upcoming books that I'm looking forward to coming out the upcoming month. We have 5 books to discuss. 4 out of the 5 books come out on November 4th, so that's easy. Also means that a lot of reading to do that I don't have time for. The first book is Mortal Heart, which is the 3rd book in his Fair Assassin trilogy or series. I'm not sure which one, by Robin Lefevers. I haven't read any of the series yet, so I'm excited to get into it. It's a historical fiction book, and basically it is these girls who are part of some sanctuary where they still pray to the old gods, and Death himself has told these girls of their next assignment, and then you can probably understand what kind of happens next. The covers are really beautiful, but not in a usual way that I would really think that something's beautiful. I usually don't like people on the covers. I don't. And this actually looks really nice, so I can't wait to sink my teeth. The next book is The Retribution of Mara Dyer, which is the 3rd and final book of the Mara Dyer series by Michelle Hodkin. And again, I haven't read these. I do, however, have the first 2 books on my Kindle ready for me to read, so I will be sinking my teeth into those books after I finish In the Afterlight, which is the next book that I'm currently going to read and devour. Again, shocker, I haven't read Mara Dyer because I wanted to marathon the series. So basically, from what I can understand, the main character is Mara Dyer, and she wakes up and her friends are dead or whatever, and she has no memory of what happened, and so this series comes from a point of view where the main character is very unreliable, and I don't remember if I've read something like that before, so I think that's very interesting. I've heard such great things, and I cannot wait to have all the twists and turns ensue as I read. And yeah, I think this is gonna be a book series that I really like. The next book is called 1,000 Pieces of You, and it is the 1st book of a series, and it is written by Claudia Gray. Once upon a time, the main character Marguerite and her family come up with this scientific thing where you can jump through different dimensions using it. And so when her father's assistant comes and kills the family and hops into another dimension and gets away before the law can get him, she decides to go after him, and chaos ensues. And I kind of really like the fact of this hopping through different dimensions and stuff. It sounds something like I've never read before. The next book is Empire of Shadows, which is the 2nd book in the Bohemian Empire series. The 1st book was A City of 1,000 Dolls, written by Miriam Forster. Haven't read the series, and from what I can gather from the synopsis, the main character was abandoned at this city's gates when she was younger, has never really been outside the walls, never really began to wonder, and all of a sudden girls around her start dying, and so she decides to investigate, and I guess she jeopardizes her own life, as well as there's this career that she is forbidden to love but starts to like, and all that good stuff. But I don't think I've also read a book this far back in time, so it'll be interesting. At least I think it's back in time. I don't know, I haven't read it. So, but it sounds interesting, and I've heard good things about the book, mainly from people at Epic Reads. And lastly, the only book that is not on the 4th, this book comes out on the 27th of November, and it is Never Judge a Lady by Her Cover by Sarah McLean, and it is the 4th book of the Rules of Scoundrels series. And this book is not YA, and it is an adult historical romance, and Sarah McLean writes my favorite books out of this genre. And if you have perhaps, I'm doubting it, but read any of the books coming up to the series, you understand why I'm really looking forward to this, because at the end of the last book there was a big twist about this new character, and yeah, it's interesting. So those are the books that I'm looking forward to coming out in November. Down below is the link to the first book of the series, if there's a series, down below in the About section, so that way you don't get spoiled by reading the synopsis accidentally of the second book or whatever. But the first book of the series will be down below in the About section. It will be Goodreads links. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Goodreads, Tumblr, and Twitter. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Question number 1, we are never, ever, ever getting back together.